Namaste everyone. Today we will go deep into one of the most fascinating teachings of Hindu philosophy, the three bodies and the five koshas. This topic may sound very philosophical at first, but I promise you, if you stay with me, you will see that it is also deeply practical. The rishis of the Upanishads described human existence as multi-layered, like a lamp covered with several shades, or like an onion with layer after layer. And the purpose of these teachings is to remind us we are not limited to what we see in the mirror. We are much more. So, let us begin our journey together. The three bodies. According to Vedanta, every human being functions through three bodies. The first is called the gross body, Sthula Sharira. This is the body of flesh and bones, sustained by food. It is made of the five elements: earth, water, fire, air, and space. It is through this body that we eat, walk, work, and interact with the world. It operates mainly in the waking state of consciousness. But remember, just as clothes become old and worn, this body too will perish one day. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna reminds Arjuna, as a person changes worn-out garments and wears new ones, so does the soul cast off this body and take on a new one. Now, the second is called the subtle body, Sukshma Sharira. This is more hidden, but very real. Have you noticed how, even when your physical body sleeps, you dream? Who dreams? It is the subtle body. This body is made of several components: the five pranas, or vital energies; the five jnanendriya, or sense organs of knowledge; the five karmendriyas, or organs of action; the manas, or lower mind; the buddhi, or higher intellect; the chitta, or storehouse of impressions; and the ahamakara, the ego sense that says, I am. This subtle body carries memories, emotions, desires, and karmic tendencies. It is like the software of a computer, invisible, yet guiding every action of the hardware. And finally, the third is the causal body, Karana Sharira. If the gross body is the hardware, and the subtle body is the software, the causal body is like the seed or blueprint. Just as an apple seed contains the full design of an apple tree, the causal body contains the latent impressions, the karmas, the deep unconscious tendencies that shape our destiny. We experience this causal body mainly in deep sleep, when we are not aware of body or mind, yet we still exist. It is a state of silence, but not the final truth. Beyond all these three bodies shines the Atman, the eternal self, untouched and pure. Now, let us slowly peel another layer of this ancient wisdom, the five koshas, or sheaths, as described in the Taittiriya Upanishad. Imagine an onion, or a lamp covered with five shades. Each sheath gently hides the inner light of the self. The first is the Annamaya Kosha, the food sheath. This is nothing but our physical body, sustained by what we eat. The rishis said, from food, beings are born. By food, they live. Into food, they enter again. The second is the Pranamaya Kosha, the energy sheath. Beneath the physical body lies prana, the vital force. It flows through subtle channels called nadis, and is expressed through the five vayus, prana, apna, samana, udana, and vyana. Just as electricity powers a machine, prana powers the body and the senses. The third is the Manomaya Kosha, the mental sheath. This layer is the seat of thoughts, emotions, and desires. It works through the five senses and constantly responds to pleasure and pain, likes and dislikes. When the mind is restless, this kosha takes control. The fourth is the Vijnanamaya Kosha, the wisdom sheath. This is the higher intellect, the power of discrimination. It asks questions like, who am I? What is right? What is eternal? It includes buddhi and ahamakara, the sense of I-ness. When refined, this sheath becomes the doorway to true knowledge. And finally, the fifth is the Anandamaya Kosha, the bliss sheath. This is felt in deep sleep or in deep meditation as a state of peace and joy. But the sages caution, even this bliss is still a covering. The self, the Atman, lies beyond all five koshas. So how do the three bodies and the five koshas align? The gross body corresponds to the food sheath. The subtle body corresponds to the energy sheath, the mental sheath, and the wisdom sheath. And the causal body corresponds to the bliss sheath. Together, they form the complete map of human existence. The purpose of all this teaching is not just theory. It is to remind us that we are not limited to the outer coverings. We must care for the food sheath through healthy, sattvic living. Refine the energy sheath through pranayam. Calm the mental sheath through mantra and devotion. Sharpen the wisdom sheath through self-inquiry. And finally, transcend the bliss sheath in meditation to rest in the self. When all coverings are removed, the light of pure consciousness shines. This is the Atman, your true nature. May we all move from the outer layers to the innermost self. That is the journey of yoga, Vedanta, and life itself. Namaste.